Alright folks, if anybody's on here, I hope you can hear and see me okay. I hope it's not too dark in here. So, I'm making some wax dirt, getting ready to start trapping the big hunting blaze next week, and I'm running low on wax dirt, so I'm going to make it in small batches, and the wax is already mixed into the dirt. Usually, I would mix the flake wax in after I heat up the dirt, but I tried to do this in the summertime, put it out in the sunlight, and I've done that with sand, and it works well. But the dirt, even in 93 degrees, whatever it was, the dirt didn't quite get hot enough, so it didn't work out. So now the wax is already mixed in, so what I'm using is just a little propane heater here, and this roaster pan right here. Just take some dirt, like I say, with the wax already in it, put it in there, keep your heat nice and low. And I got about 5 buckets of this, but I don't know if I'll get it all done today. I'm going to try to keep up with the comments the best I can, but I will be busy doing this. You have to keep this dirt moving around pretty well so it doesn't get, or don't get scorched or nothing like that. Because if it does, coyotes will avoid it like the plague. I'll give it a little shake, and any pebbles and stuff, I got this dirt out of an old barn. They'll rise to the top. Then I can scoop them out, put them in my trash bucket over there. Might work better with this spatula. That way I'll have nice and clean wax dirt. And you can see, hopefully, how light the color of that dirt is, and it's all dusty. When I get it waxed, when I get it heated up enough to melt that wax, that flake wax that's in there, it's going to have a darker color. Like that, keep it moving. Wasn't planning on doing a live stream for this. I just decided to do it here last minute while I was already out here working on this. I done got a little bit on the tarp, and I thought, what the heck, why not? So here I am. Any bigger stuff on top, I already sifted this dirt through my sifter I use for trapping, but still got some pebbles and stuff that come on top. I just scoop them out. When I shake it up, I can get them to come up. It's important to keep it moving and not have it too hot. Let's see if we got any comments on here. I don't see any Cottrell, hunting and trapping outdoors. Hey, thank you, man. Never made wax dirt. Well, I like to do it in the sun. Well, actually, if I'm doing wax sand, I do it out in the sun in the summertime while it's about 90 degrees. I'll put my flake wax in there, and with sand on the tarp and the sun hitting it, it melts the wax, no problem at all. But I tried this with the dirt last summer, and it didn't quite get hot enough to melt the wax like I want it to. So the wax is already melted in, not melted, already mixed into this dirt. Just didn't get hot enough to melt it with the sun. So I'm having to do it in small batches. People do it with concrete mixers and propane heat under it, but I don't have a concrete mixer, so we're going to be out here a while. But that's okay. It'll keep my traps from freezing in the wintertime. Gotta keep that dirt moving around though, because if it smells scorched, the coyotes will avoid it. I've had some that smelled just a little scorched to me, and they didn't go near it. Which they can smell a lot better than I can. Any big stuff I see, I'll throw it away. Cooking dirt. Yeah, buddy. Make sure ain't none of it sticking on the bottom. And that stuff will get darker as that wax melts. Once it's all nice and dark, I just kind of go by looks. And then I'll put it on that tarp and let it cool down. Low and slow. I'm going to try to keep up with comments best I can. Like I say, this live wasn't planned. I just decided to do it while I'm out here in the garage anyway. So it's on my phone, vertical, so anyway, we'll see how it goes. I'm prepping, if you was in my loft the other day, prepping, get ready to trap a 1,000-acre hunting lease, so trying to make sure I got plenty of wax dirt. I got a bunch of peat moss already ready to go in case this fails. Got all my traps cleaned up, dyed and waxed. The ones that were dirty, and about ready to start hammering coyotes, bobcat, otters, whatever, coons. You can see that dirt already looks a lot darker than it did. That's what I like to see. It should be really nice and dry because I had it out there in the summer. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, I think this batch is ready for the tarp. I don't know how long I'll be live over here. Probably not too awful long. But I figured in case there's new people that want to know how you can do this last minute in the winter time, figured I would do this real quick. See how dusty this is? It's so dry. But once it's waxed, I don't know if you can see this or not, but once it's waxed, it ain't got near the dust. Whew. Nice stuff right there. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Y'all might get bored with this crap because it's the same thing over and over. I give it a good shake like this. That'll cause all the bigger stuff to come in the middle, and I can scoop it off and get rid of it. I already sifted this with my sifter, but some of that stuff is still a little big, and I might as well get it off so I have a nice fine wax dirt. It'll be almost like sand. And by giving it a good shake like this, I'm moving it around on the bottom of that pan. Making sure nothing gets stuck down there, because it'll ruin the whole batch. starting to melt. Got this dirt out of an old barn, and it's got a little bit of trash in it. Mainly pebbles, a little bit of straw that I don't care for. But it'll be alright. I'll get a lot of that out. Whew. See what we got here. No, we didn't get a whole lot of snow here. Barry Sams, how's it going, brother? Yeah, good to see you on here, buddy. Yes, sir. You too, Cottrell. Hunting. Have a great weekend. I'm off for the next 10 days. Took vacation. I'm getting ready to trap. My season getting ready to turn on, I hope. Get the Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Got a buddy coming in from up north. Gonna be trapping with me for the first week to 10 days. I'll try to get him a bobcat. Or maybe get his limit on cats, and he's helping me with getting rid of some of these coyotes too. Got 5 buckets of this dry dirt with wax mixed into it. But I don't believe I'll get through all of it today. That's alright. If I get 2 or 3 done, I'll be a happy camper. Do the rest of it later. Depends how my back holds up. I'll sit here, bend over like this, and moving this dirt constantly gets you harder than it looks. It's not hard, but it's hard on your back. Or just mine. Well, Barry Sams, have you been catching much this season? Been doing any trapping? Hey, this one's almost done now. Show you how much darker. See this right here, and see this right here that's not waxed, and look at the difference in the color of those two. But that's how you know it wax is melted in there. I believe that's good enough right there. Bit dusty, which that's good, because if it wasn't a little dusty, it probably wouldn't be dry. got to be dry. Somebody that never trapped probably get on here and think, what the heck's that crazy redneck doing cooking dirt? Gee. Just getting geared up to start trapping. Had a couple out, but yeah. Heck yeah. It's supposed to warm up this week, next week. Well, be warmer tomorrow than it was. I'll tell you what, we had some cold days for here. Right down there at 0, I believe. I know I got a buddy out in eastern Kentucky and they had a lot more snow than we did. Snow and ice. But he was catching coyote through all of it. This bat's wanting to stick to the bottom a little. I don't like that. Gotta get that loose. Well, Barry, I hope you catch a bunch of them when you get some traps in the ground. Yeah, I know, it's still froze here too. I noticed the top of it's getting a little bit thawed out. Kevin Trent, how's it going? I think, if I remember correctly, it's about 2 pounds of wax, flake wax per 5-gallon bucket of dirt, I believe. I remember, I always look it up every time before I make it every year, but where I had the wax mixed in this back in the summer, I was trying to do it with the sunlight. Can't remember exactly, but I do believe it's about 2 or 2.5, might be 2.5 pounds per 5-gallon bucket of dirt. lot easier to have a concrete mixer and put some heat under it, but sometimes you just gotta do it in small batches. That's all. I ain't got one of those, so that this right here works. It's taking a little while. It don't take too awful long though. It'll be done before I know it if I keep plugging away at it. Know what I mean? And when you're out there trapping in snow or frozen ground, you're gonna think it's all worth it. Whenever your traps are firing like they're supposed to. Which I can make them freeze proof with peat moss too. I got a bunch of that, but just in case all else fails. A lot easier, that it is. But since I already got this waxed dirt and I already got the wax in it, might as well put it to good use. So that's it. And it is heavier. The only thing I don't like about the peat moss is it's super light and a little spongy. So you gotta really pack it in there. But I'll still use peat moss. You can mix this 50-50 with peat moss and it gets you a good consistency too. But I'll put peat moss on the inside of the trap. And then I won't use no pan cover because it's spongy enough, traps still go off. And then put my waxed dirt around the trap. And that'll freeze proof it pretty good. But by using that peat moss, I don't need a pan cover or anything under the pan other than the peat moss. You do have to pack two things of dirt, I guess, or one dirt, one peat moss. But I usually have everything on the four-wheeler in the box, so I drive right up to where I'm going to make it set most of the time. Every once in a while I might walk a little bit, but that or I'll be making them out of the truck. Alright, that's nice and waxed. And nice and dark there. Should cool off pretty quick because it's pretty cool in this garage here. Should cool right down. There ain't nothing sticking on the bottom of that pan. Slow and slow. Wins the race. I'm not going to put quite as much in this time and get done faster. Try about 3 scoops. That's give it a good shaking around. Get those big old chunks off top. Some of those chunks are wax. But a lot of it pebbles that I don't want in there. Give it a shaking, I can scoop them right off the top of it. And I do apologize if I'm running behind on the comments, because this over here keeps me pretty busy. Kyle Wagner, what's up, man? Yeah, Boy, barbecue smell better than this. Don't have much of a smell to it, but it tastes better too. Kevin Trent, let's see. Heck yeah. Calf killing machines, them cows. They get desperate. Cow whacker, I'm getting all prepped up here. Yeah. Somebody don't know what I'm doing. It's probably the most boring life you ever get to, because all I'm doing is sitting here stirring dirt. But it is what it is. Trying to get all them darn pebbles off. Hey Kyle Wagner, what ratio do you want mix your wax dirt? I mean, how much wax per 5 gallons of dirt? I'm thinking I did about 2.5 pounds per 5 gallons, if I ain't mistaken. But I was just curious. I done whatever Justin Chet from Hoosier Trapping Supplies recommends in his video. This little batch is about done. We got a lot of batches to go. I don't know, that chair, the way it sits or something, killed my damn back. Let's see. One and a half, okay. Maybe I made it a little bit, maybe I put a little extra wax, but I don't think extra wax hurt. Pretty sure I did about 2 per 5 gallons. I got looking, Kyle Wacker, I got 5 buckets of this stuff. Already got wax mixed in. Just need to heat up. Probably won't get through all 5 buckets tonight, because I've been out here a little while and I'm half a bucket in. Yeah, that looks good right there, I think. might need to turn the heat up just a tad. Oh. Well, that thing don't take much. We got Ruger Farming. What's up, folks? He said. What's up, Ruger? I don't know if you're talking to me, Kevin, but sand don't take as much wax as dirt. You can get by with a little less wax. That's one good thing about making wax sand. And for the wax sand, I can melt that with the sun at about 90 degrees just fine. But apparently that wasn't hot enough for dirt last summer. So next year I might go back to sand. Or I'll just say forget it and do peat moss. Because I found out spend enough time packing that peat moss in there real good. I've had trap that worked just fine in, almost 0-degree weather. Probably does take a little bit longer though. When I'm setting. Heck, I'm scooping enough of this crap out. But the only thing I'm left with is the good stuff. Tell you what I may do. I may mix some of this about 50-50 with peat moss. It'll make it darker. And peat moss won't feel so light. The weight will be about right, I think. As long as we don't get a lot of really, really cold weather, I believe it'll be alright. Calvin Howard, what's up, buddy? Yeah, a little over a month, Calvin. Which ain't too much, I guess. But I'm just getting started. I mean, I've been trapping some, but I ain't really got after them. I waited to take time off work till now. So predators, look out. back done enough. Damn it, dust. Whew. I got you, Calvin. Appreciate it. Yeah. I've been catching a few here and there throughout the season. I had a over there at Troy's at the rabbit pen. He's got some problems in there again, so I took some trail cameras over there the other day and set them up. And so far, I got an owl in there one night, but I don't believe that's what's eating the rabbits inside the pen. Something's eating the rabbits inside the pen and just leaving a gut pile. And I believe it's a bobcat. Because cats can do that. Our domestic cats do that with chipmunks and stuff. But last night I did catch a bobcat on camera over there. But it was outside the pen. It's just outside the fence, walking up along the fence. He probably jumped over when he was off camera. Thing about them cats, they're so good at what they do. If they get hungry, they eat. They eat whenever they want to eat. So, I'm going to try to go over there and set a couple, maybe tomorrow, have Troy check them for me. And do like make him think there's a new cat in the area. Probably not even going to put a food set. Because over there in this big rabbit pen, it's a buffet for them. They just jump the fence, go in there and get them a rabbit. They're so comfortable in there, they'll sit in there and eat it. Well, it's 35 acres, so it's basically like a farm in itself. Let's see, we got Kyle Wacker, you leaving? I'll see you later. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Joey. Heck yeah, I appreciate it. If you just now come in, I guess you see what I'm doing. I'm out here making a little wax dirt. believe this batch is about done. This is how you know it's done. It's dry dirt. Yeah, different in the color. Oh, it's dust. Dust will kill a man. Whew. Oh yeah, she's cooling right on down. Poured that over there separate, that last batch, because I thought it smelled a little funny. Might just be me. Oh, I'm gonna let it cool down. Might have let it got a little hot. I think I need to pour more in there too. Almost through the first bucket. How long have I been live? 44 minutes. Let's see. I still do dye and wax. It's really personal preference on that. I reckon I ain't never tried the speed dip or any of that other stuff. Full metal jacket, there's different ones. I ain't never tried them. I just kind of stick to what I know. I've always dyed and waxed. That's the way all the old timers did it. And I don't know. I kind of enjoy the process of it, to be honest. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, I'm sure it takes a little bit longer maybe. I tell you, I need to get me a bigger pot to dye, man. I got a 50-gallon barrel cut in half. I use the bottom half for the wood, unless I'm using, I can put this propane fire pit deal underneath it and heat it up like that too. But if I got the thing full of water, and I can turn this all the way up and it barely get hot enough to get it to a simmer, which all you need is a simmer, but it takes a while. I can get it up there faster with wood. But I need to get me I want to get me a bigger pot, because I got to do 2 batches when I'm dyeing, if I'm dyeing all of them. And at least 2 batches. I'd like to get me some kind of big long pot and get me a long propane bar underneath it. I could put 100 traps in there and but it's not bad. If I only do it after season, usually I try to do it after, well this year I done it after season and put them up and they was done all summer, ready to go. But then I pulled everything I had out in the dirt and redone those last week just because I'm getting ready to need a bunch of those traps on another place. I've done about 60 of them I think last week. Which they didn't all make catches, but I went ahead and done them all. Probably only would have had to do the ones that made catches. But when I was taking them all up, putting them in the box on the four-wheeler, I kind of lost track. Got it mixed up, so I thought, well, it won't hurt nothing. I re-dyed and waxed every one of them that's been in the ground. Stuff's pretty warm. Let's see what comments we got. Yeah, that would probably work pretty good. I don't know how long them old barrels last as far as rusting, but that's not a bad idea. Well, I've had mine about 3 years, the one I'm using now. And the top part where I put the water in, I think it'll still last a long time. The bottom part's getting a little rusted out, but I guess it wouldn't if I put it inside, sitting out in the weather. Wait, this batch is done. As far as making this wax dirt, the best way I see people do it is with the concrete mixture. They put them in a propane burner, wire it down on the bottom of it, however you gotta do it. Put the dirt in there, start the propane heat, and it'll dry the dirt, and then once it gets dry to the right temperature, they mix the wax in there, and they can do a pretty good sized batch at one time. Probably at least a 5-gallon bucket or two. And that's what I need to do for this, but anyway. Try and get all that bigger stuff out of this. Main thing, this stuff, when you're doing it like this, you gotta keep it moving, pretty much. You get a scorch smell and they avoid it like the plague. In my experience. I'm gonna drink of water. Drink of dust. think I'll do these 3 buckets tonight, probably, and call it good enough. And if I run out before then, that should get me through the rest of the season. That and if it don't, it ain't no big deal, 'cause I got peat moss. No, I probably keep repeating myself over here talking, but talking about wax dirt is only so much you can talk about. And it's hard for me to see the comments from here because I'm on the phone doing this. So I have to come over here. Kurt, what's up, buddy? Hi from Michigan. Yeah, yep. Well, I do it in the summertime when I'm doing it with sand, when I'm making white sand, and it works great. About 90-degree weather, put it on the tarp, and it'll melt, no problem. But all this right here I had out on a tarp last summer, it was 93 degrees. And I mixed my wax in, that's why the wax started mixed in the dirt. And it would not get hot enough to melt. I don't know if it's the humidity. It melted a little bit of wax on top, but that was it. I kept mixing it around. I got tired of fooling with it. And I don't know. I don't know if it's the humidity or what it was, but it just wouldn't melt the wax good enough. So I put it all in buckets, put it back up, covered it up, and now I'm in here doing this. But whenever I use sand, I guess that sand probably gets a little hotter when the sun hits it than dirt does. And the reflection of the tarp. Because it'll melt it quick with sand. And yeah, that's how I done the whole batch at one shot. I believe this batch is done. Pretty hot, and it's gotten pretty dark. I got melted all that wax in there. Well, y'all, I've been on here for right at an hour, and I sure do appreciate each and every one of y'all coming on here and talking to me. And I'm sorry if I missed some of your comments. Like I say, it's hard for me to see. I'm sitting over here with the phone, and I think I'm going to cut the live off. I got 2 more buckets to do, but I don't want to bore everybody with just sitting here mixing dirt the whole time. And so, like I say, sure do appreciate each and every one of y'all, and I will catch y'all somewhere down the line. Tight chains. Yep, take care.